Hi, Alexandra, and welcome to the conference. In your talk, you talked about responsible AI and having non-biased data for models. But what happens if a model is already taught through biased data? Can we make it more non-biased?
I would say that there will never be a model that's not biased. I think the important question is to figure out, are there any unwanted biases in there or any unintentional biases where I don't even know if something bad is done by the model or not? And this is a whole growing discipline, so there's not this easy answer of how can you debias a model, but it's definitely a possibility that you can do it, but it's something that you need to think throughout the entire development life cycle. So just taking the model and then putting something on top will be a more difficult, potentially not impossible, but more difficult endeavor.
And how far along in your experiences do you think companies are in actually using these non-biased data sets to train their models, and in general with using these responsible, let's say, methodologies for developing their AI tools? How far along do you think they are?
I unfortunately don't have the crystal ball that allows me to look into every organization, but from the information that I got, I would say we are still very at the beginning of this journey as a society and also as industries. Some are more advanced, others are first in the stage of understanding, okay, this is something I need to address when I develop my models. So it's hard to tell, but overall I would say we are rather at the beginning of this journey.
And you had this historical context of developing technologies, and with the printing press we had this huge wave of literacy that got more widespread as these texts became more widespread. Do you think the same thing can happen with AI now that we have access to all these generative AI tools and in general other AI tools? Will this technical gap lessen as we go further?
I do think so. So I think one can argue that today we live in somewhat of a digital middle age because most of the people are not data and AI literate. And of course we have more and more tools that help also people that can't code to make really cool and fancy stuff with new AI models. But I think over the course of time, this gap will shrink and people will become more data and AI literate.
And looking towards the future on a more general scale, what excites you the most about new AI development or something that you think will come in the future?
It's really hard to pick just one, but overall I'm an optimist that humanity will get responsible AI right. So I'm very much looking forward to making big advancements in this area. It will not be in the first years, but over the course of time I think we will do really great stuff with AI.
Yeah, thank you for your insights and thank you for your talk at the conference.
Thank you for having me.